Too cold, you gon' fuck around drown. Off this way, too hard, don't stay too cold, you gon' fuck around drown. Off this way, going on these shows, I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Going on these shows, I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid.
Man, Mike.
I'm gonna come hug you right now. I'm coming to hug you. Big hug. Get out, we're gonna love each other.
They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. And look, in the wrong room. And Nick, come here. Is that two niggas kissing?
You know, and you see things like the white party be there, and then they have Lil Baby like in a sandwich. Like they're hugging him from the front and the back.
4 years, Katt Williams has been warning people that Hollywood, the music scene, and those so-called exclusive parties aren't just glitz and glamour. Most think it's all about champagne, networking, and rubbing shoulders with stars. But according to Katt, what's really happening looks more like initiation rituals than friendly meetups. And now, people are pointing at Lil Baby as the latest example backing up Katt's claims. His recent behavior has raised eyebrows. New tattoos creeping up his thighs, a flashy pink belt, tank tops, and even pulling his shorts higher on stage to put his legs on display. Katt insists this isn't about style or fashion trends. He frames it as part of a ritual, something rappers and celebrities are pressured to endure if they want to stay relevant and maintain their industry privileges. Call it an initiation, call it a loyalty test. Whatever the label, Katt's message is clear. In his eyes, these rituals are real, whether the public chooses to believe them or not.
How people feel about the ritual. It's about does following the ritual work. Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be.
Katt Williams has a philosophy. Once you notice someone acting out of character after hanging with certain circles, the story writes itself. In his eyes, it's not just a new fashion choice or a random mood swing, it's outside influence. That's why Lil Baby has caught his attention. Ever since Baby attended Michael Rubin's all-white Hamptons party, the one packed with billionaires and A-listers, Katt has been side-eyeing his every move, hinting, yeah, they pulled him in. And now, the internet is buzzing. A viral clip shows Lil Baby performing in shorts, proudly flashing brand new thigh and side tattoos. The twist? Fans can't stop talking about it because Baby once swore he'd never get inked. The sudden switch has everyone wondering, is this just growth, or is Katt's theory playing out right in front of us?
I hear that you say that you don't have any tattoos at all.
Nope. That was really my only reason, like, from being younger, like, I don't want no tattoo. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
With my money, and I don't want to be like a thug.
4 years, Katt Williams has been warning that Hollywood, the music industry, and those exclusive elite parties aren't just champagne and networking. They hide something deeper. He claims what looks like fashion statements or lifestyle choices are really rituals, loyalty tests that artists must go through if they want to keep their spot in the industry. And now, Lil Baby has become the latest name fueling that conversation. Fans have noticed his sudden switch-up, flashing new thigh tattoos, rocking a pink belt, tank tops, and even pulling his shorts higher on stage to show them off. According to Katt, that's not just style, that's initiation. His philosophy is simple. When someone's energy changes after hanging with certain circles, it's not coincidence, it's influence. Ever since Baby attended Michael Rubin's all-white Hamptons party, Katt has been side-eyeing the entire situation, convinced they got him. The internet is buzzing too, especially after a clip went viral showing Baby performing in shorts with brand new tattoos, despite his past claim he would never get inked. And that leads to the bigger question. Who exactly is Michael Rubin? He's not an artist, not a producer, not an A&R, not even in the music business at all. Rubin is a billionaire sports merchandise mogul who somehow has rappers like Meek Mill, Drake, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, and Lil Baby partying alongside Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Brady at his mansion. To Katt, that's the red flag he's been talking about for years. Billionaires with no real ties to hip-hop suddenly showing up, claiming they're here to help. But in his eyes, it's not about help, it's about control.
When these rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts. Now only got to deal with the mama, only got to see her once a year, and it's over. And the money goes up and up and up. So they killed this $20 million guy, but they reaped $60 million in benefits.
Now let's get into how people believe Lil Baby may have been turned out at Michael Rubin's 2023 Hamptons party. It all started when a photo surfaced of Baby wedged between Rubin and NBA player Kyle Kuzma. The picture made waves after 50 Cent reposted it on Instagram, joking, "See, this is why I don't go to no parties with Puffy and them. What the F is going on here? Get the F off my young boy." Not long after, another photo appeared, this time of Rubin hugging Lil Baby from behind. Baby tried to laugh it off, even sharing a video of himself and Rubin on a private jet joking about the hug. But Katt Williams wasn't buying it. To him, this wasn't a random drunk moment. It was a message. And the message wasn't for the public, it was for the insiders in the room. Katt has been saying for years that these industry parties are less about celebration and more about initiation ceremonies. The formula is always the same: get the elites together, let the drinks flow, make sure the cameras are rolling, and sooner or later, someone gets caught in a photo or clip that sticks with them forever. In fact, during an interview with Joe Rogan, Katt even described what he calls Baphomet rituals, symbolic tests of loyalty that artists must pass to prove they are willing to play the game. And according to him, that's what's really happening at these glamorous, invite-only gatherings.
It's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is. So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things would become popular in the future.
When those photos of Lil Baby and Michael Rubin went viral, the backlash hit hard. Baby grew so defensive that he opened up on Lil Yachty's podcast, admitting the memes and online chatter bothered him to the point where he actually asked Rubin for the party security footage to clear things up. But here's the twist. Despite having the chance to shut down all the rumors, Baby never posted the video. And that decision only fueled more speculation about what really went down that night.
Funny, weird, you feel me? I'm dapping Kuzman up, and Mike's happy to see me. He run up on me.
Right.
I got 10 other pictures. We down there, we start down there, bam, I'm telling his ass, Mike, I'll slam your ass. I'll break your neck in his. But we play like that. They white, so they don't really understand how I understand. Like, even when the picture came out before it went viral, I told them, like, Mike, I can't have pictures like that.
Right.
Even though me and you playing, bro, it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
With all these people watching us. Literally, when that picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to his security camera at his house, go to the footage and get the whole time, but I just never, like, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet.
Right.
I'm just like, that shit.
Right.
You feel me? Like, yeah, I ain't even trying to make it into this and making it to that. Like, man, just keep on going, because that's kind of like how I be doing. Some like all that type shit, like, that really bothers.
When asked directly about his relationship with Michael Rubin, Lil Baby called him a super great influence, though he never really explained what that meant. On Lil Yachty's podcast, Baby pushed back against the idea that he was hanging around Rubin just because of his billionaire status. He insisted their bond was genuine, the kind of connection people on the outside just wouldn't understand. On the flip side, when Rubin was pressed about the viral photos from the Hamptons White Party, he dismissed the whole controversy as ridiculous. According to him, it was just a marathon party where everyone had too much to drink, and someone happened to catch a split-second moment that got blown out of proportion. But what really stood out was how passionately Rubin spoke about Baby. He called him one of the best human beings he'd ever met, praising his story of coming from jail just a few years earlier to building a massive music career. Rubin said the first time he met Baby, through Drake in the Bahamas back in 2020, he instantly felt like he wanted to root for him. To Rubin, that infamous photo wasn't evidence of anything sinister, it was just two drunk friends having fun at a party. Still, the way he doubled down in Baby's defense left plenty of people wondering if there was more to the story than either of them was letting on. Rubin himself has admitted that the backlash over those viral photos actually hurt Lil Baby's career for a while, something he says genuinely bothered him because, in his words, Baby is such an extraordinary human being. He insists the entire situation was twisted by social media, turning a harmless drunken moment into something it wasn't. But here's where things get even sketchier. Lil Baby isn't the only rapper with questionable footage involving Rubin. Remember that clip of Meek Mill hopping like a bunny on a tennis court? It was Rubin behind the camera, egging him on, counting out loud, and then posting it online for everyone to see. Meek later brushed it off, claiming it was just a silly bet, but the optics were undeniable. A black rapper hopping around while a white billionaire gives him orders and records the whole thing. And that's the uncomfortable question people keep asking. Why do so many rappers allow themselves to be put in situations that look humiliating under Rubin's watch? And more importantly, where did Michael Rubin even come from in the first place? On paper, his story sounds simple enough. Born in Philadelphia in 1972, raised in a Jewish family, opened a ski shop at just 14 with his father's support. But the way he suddenly became hip-hop's favorite billionaire still leaves people suspicious. Michael Rubin's rise sounds like the blueprint of a self-made mogul. As a teenager, he used his bar mitzvah money to open a ski shop, dropped out of Villanova, and flipped overstock ski gear for a $200,000 profit. From there, he built a company, sold it, launched GSI Commerce, and eventually sold that for billions. Today, he runs Fanatics Incorporated, a powerhouse with licensing deals spanning the NBA, NFL, MLB, NASCAR, Formula One, and even WWE. Forbes estimates his net worth at $10.6 billion. But here's the thing, you can follow his money, or you can follow the patterns. Look at his circle. Look at the people he surrounds himself with. Notice how Rubin quietly took over the all-white party lane from Diddy, right down to the same guest list. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, Diddy's Hamptons parties were iconic, pulling in Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Leonardo DiCaprio, the very same faces you now see at Rubin's events. Are we really supposed to believe Rubin just happened to inherit Diddy's exact crowd? He insists there's nothing shady about it, framing these gatherings as simple networking and celebrations of success. But even when he says all the right things, there's something about Rubin that feels off. Some point to his eyes, describing them as cold, soulless, like the man behind the parties is hiding more than he lets on. Rubin himself doesn't shy away from the spotlight. In fact, he's even joked that if Fanatics ever failed, he could probably make a career just throwing parties. He claims it isn't about money or status but about his genuine love for bringing people from different backgrounds together. Whether it's a private lunch, his annual Super Bowl bash, or the now famous Hamptons White Party, Rubin frames it as creating spaces where powerful connections are made. He even brags that NFL team owners have told him his Super Bowl event was better than the game itself. In his eyes, it's simple, put the right mix of people in one room, and magic happens. But not everything about these gatherings is as glamorous as it looks. In one interview, Rubin admitted that despite having just 350 guests, his white party has already seen some serious accidents over the past 2 years, including an injury to his own girlfriend. Even when he paints his events as harmless fun, details like that add to the mystique and the unease surrounding the man and his world-famous parties. Rubin has even shared some of the bizarre mishaps that have taken place at his so-called exclusive white parties. In year one, TikTok star Charli D'Amelio accidentally sliced her sister Dix's finger while trying to cut a bagel at 3 a.m, an injury that ended with several stitches. Determined to avoid another disaster, Rubin brought in an entire medical team for the next party, despite the guest list being capped at just 350 people. But the precautions didn't stop trouble. During one of the late-night performances, as the energy hit its peak, Rubin's girlfriend Camille suddenly collapsed. At first, Rubin thought his friends were playing a prank when they ran to tell him she was hurt. But the scare turned out to be real. Just weeks after giving birth, Camille fainted in the middle of the party. Rubin later admitted, half joking, that she may have just tried to drink with the boys and couldn't keep up, though in his household the official version remains she fainted. Either way, the story added another strange chapter to the lore of these already infamous gatherings. Rubin admits the chaos at his parties can sometimes get out of hand. He recalls one night when his girlfriend Camille fainted and fell badly, forcing him to cut the celebration short just after midnight to rush her to the hospital. At first, Rubin brushed it off, insisting she was fine and joking that she just needed a drink to get back in the game. But with NBA star Joel Embiid and others demanding she be taken seriously, she was sent off for medical care. Once Rubin learned she was stable, he returned to the party, FaceTiming Travis Scott on the way back, determined to finish the night strong. By then, about 200 guests remained, and the event pushed forward until nearly 4 a.m. with renewed energy. Rubin even joked that the mark of a truly successful party is when at least 5% of the guests end up in the hospital, though he claimed his events were only running at 0.5%. On top of that, he admitted that another attendee had to be escorted out for being too drunk and out of control. These stories, while told lightheartedly, only add to the bizarre, almost reckless aura surrounding Rubin's legendary all-white parties. First off, why is a grown billionaire referring to the bathroom as the boys' room, and then joking about his girlfriend getting seriously hurt like it was nothing? And did you catch the detail about Charli D'Amelio's accident at his very first white party in 2021? At the time, Charli was only 16 or 17 years old, so why was she even at a 3 a.m. after-party surrounded by adults? That's not the only concern. Rubin's own daughter, Kylie, was also 17 when photos surfaced of her looking a little too comfortable around grown rappers at one of his events. For critics, moments like these add to the unsettling vibe around Rubin and his world-famous parties. But here's the bigger question. How did this man, who isn't an artist, a producer, or even in the entertainment industry, manage to plug himself so deeply into hip-hop and Hollywood? Sure, he's rich, but there are plenty of billionaires richer than Rubin who don't have rappers, actors, and influencers glued to their side. Some say it's not just money. The theory goes back to Diddy. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Diddy's legendary Hamptons white parties attracted the exact same A-list names Rubin now pulls in. And according to Street Whispers, Rubin didn't just inherit the party lane from Diddy, he allegedly stepped into something much darker. For years, Diddy has been surrounded by rumors of running a blackmail-style operation in the music industry, the kind where compromising moments at wild parties were allegedly caught on camera and used for control. With Diddy now facing lawsuits that claim his empire operated more like an Epstein-level machine, complete with spiked drinks, underage guests, and power players looking the other way, conspiracy theorists believe Rubin may have slid right in to fill that vacuum once Diddy lost favor with the higher-ups. None of this has been proven in court, but the timing, the connections, and the eerily similar party patterns are enough to make people wonder if Rubin is simply a party host, or the new gatekeeper of something much bigger. So at this point, it feels like way too many people are turning a blind eye. But now I want to hear from you. What's really going on with Michael Rubin's infamous white parties? Do you think Lil Baby's sudden transformation is just harmless experimenting, or could it be connected to something deeper, like an initiation into Rubin's inner circle? Is this all just wild conspiracy talk, or are the pieces starting to add up? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to stick around for the next video, because this story is only getting crazier.